Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're going to take a look here at Gala, see what's going on, and big picture, help you understand where it could go here in the near future and or late in the year. Obviously, try to give you an anticipation of what potential we have for Gala. Now, if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, just love teaching people how to trade. That's why why I trade honestly, or love trading, is kind of helping other people become better traders. So if you have a chance, go ahead and check out my website, CryptoCache.tech, link in the description below. I actually have a trading academy that I trade, basically show you how to become a better trader. I send out signals for every trade that I take so you understand, and you can also one-click follow those if you'd like to help structure your trades more effectively. But also we have weekly roundtables and some amazing opportunities too through our discussion to help understand what it's like to be a better trader and get some pointers there. So really awesome stuff, extremely beneficial. Check that out in your own time. Looking here at Gala, one thing we got to understand, this is kind of the elephant in the room, just kind of throw it out there. We have the 50-day SMA that's working above the price action right now. Okay, so if we kind of take this type of descending pattern, you could say, we are still not quite broken out. I know this is kind of a rough estimate here, but generally speaking, we could effectively experience a breakout in the near future because Gala has a tendency of taking off very hard, very fast. It's done so recently, but of course Bitcoin turned around in early February. It kind of hit the reset button. But what I'm getting at here is if you kind of just draw this line out here, we are still working within that. Okay. Now, if you just remove that altogether, because even though we're in kind of a descending type of pattern here, and the likelihood of breaking the upside is much higher, we also have 50-day SMA right here working as a potential resistance. So, long story short there, that is not beneficial to have that above the price action. But keep this in mind, the longer we trend below it, the more likely it is to break. And we've tried to test once or twice in the recent past, last couple of trading days, you've seen a rejection off of that. So big picture here, if we can get back up above 27 cents, we'll be doing very, very well. I'd like to see it close above 27. The main reason why too is we're stuck under 50 on the RSI, and that really just tells us that we have a strong resistance level, whereas there's a lot of selling pressure right around 26 cents. Let's take a quick look at the volume and see. We've got a lot of volume just above the current price point, as well as up here at about 33 cents. But a decent amount of volume. Actually, let's go ahead and scroll out a little bit. We can see we do have a nice foundation here still, though, right around 18 cents. Obviously, the price did not want to go much lower than that. But of course, we have a kind of a resistance, so to speak, a sell wall right around 33. So we're kind of right in the middle of that. But the long story short here is getting up over 27 cents would give us more of a foundation of volume to build on that and continue higher. So all in all, we're not in bad shape here for Gala. I'm not trying to say this is doom and gloom at all. It's just that with Bitcoin recovering as well as it did today, we only saw 13% from bottom to top from Gala, when some other coins are at 20 to 25. Not saying that's a bad thing. It's actually okay because it helps retain the value. In other words, the more you can invest at around 24 cents, the better. Because I'm confident that Gala will continue to increase and eventually do well again. But for now, that's just kind of the state of the union. So just kind of throwing it out there. Not bad, not good. It's more fair to the Midland, as you might hear me say. And in the general sense here, why don't we look at the 4 hour and kind of see, we've got 50 on the SMA. We broke that recently. That's positive. Obviously, that was from today's boost from Bitcoin. We have a MACD convergence as well, equally as important. So those are two extremely important signs. And usually when you see that in combination with the Ichimoku cloud, it's kind of a buy signal in most cases. Now, a lot of coins are giving us a buy signal right now, so you want to be cautious taking entry when the price is just overextended for 1 4 hour time frame. But this does tell us that we have a tremendous amount of time left here where we could very well see a continuation of the upside. In fact, if you see this here, we came all the way down to a 9 and then hit some extra overtime. So we literally got, 13 4-hour candlesticks into that continuation pattern. In other words, it was extremely oversold, which explains a lot as to why it bounced back and kind of gave us that MACD convergence. So what I'm getting at here is Gala's looking good on the 4 hour chart. I like to see this. I like to see, when you reach a state of exhaustion on the 4 hour, that's extremely important because the reversal is usually going to come back hard. We already saw that, of course, but we should expect to see more. Okay. Excuse me. Let me go ahead and kind of see what we're talking about here. Let's look at the 1 hour and see what's going on. Now, I don't love this, and I'm just going to be completely straightforward with you. I don't like the fact that we haven't broken this trend yet. You see that? We're kind of stuck on this little level here. So there's a strong resistance channel right here at about 25.2. So if we can break above 25.2 and get a close above that today, it would be very helpful because that would signify higher highs, right? We need to be able to see this higher than this. Without that, we're just going to continue to channel sideways and or continue to decrease in value. So I do feel like Gala in big picture is still a good value right now. So do not hesitate to dollar cost average into this, but just know that we could experience a little bit larger of a pullback because Bitcoin is pulling back right now. And with Gala doing so as well, only 2 hours into its continuation, tells me that we may not have a lot of gas in the tank here right now. We might need to build more volume. Okay. So again, it's not terrible. To me personally, this is extremely good value. So, Gala in the 20 to 25 cent range is good value. I think that you're going to see a return on investment if you were to invest in this area. Even still, it might take a little bit longer to get there, is all I'm getting at here. We need to build a little bit more of a foundation of volume. Let's take a quick look at the cloud. We barely broke above the cloud with the lagging span, and we technically got rejected here as well. So even though we have a nice MACD convergence on the 4 hour, and we've got that push above 50 on the RSI, the 1 hour is telling us we have this rejection at the cloud and this resistance level here. So we'd want to break above and close above, once again, 25.2 in order to have some kind of confidence here, because we are stuck within the cloud and potentially even below the cloud now. And that is usually something that you normally see as a good buy signal, but there hasn't been enough continuation of the upside for Gala to have that confirmation. Okay, so again, not terrible. It's more, I would say, more average at this point, but I think Gala will have a tendency of taking off here in the near future. It's got that feeling. It looks like it's preparing for another run. So I would just say, dollar cost average into this. Maybe don't take just a traditional day trade here because it doesn't look like it's going to bounce back immediately, but it is definitely positive and we got to celebrate that. So I guess long story short, that's kind of where we're at with that. I think that Gala will do well eventually, but for now it's kind of just preparing and kind of building a base, which once again is good. But until we make higher highs and higher lows on the 1 hour chart, we're not going to see that on the 4 hour and we're definitely not going to see it on the 1 day either until we get to that point. All right, so again, close above 25.2 would be extremely important. We see a close above 25.2 on the 1 hour, or just say even the 4 hour, then we'll have a pretty good indication of where Gala is going. Okay, for now, I would say just continue to build that base yourself because I don't see anything other than up from here because once again there's a strong foundation of volume right around 19 to 20 cents. Okay, so consider adding to your position, of course. That's my recommendation here, and I do think that it's a pretty safe bet that we're going to see Gala recover eventually. Hope you found benefit. Thank you so much for joining me here. We'll look forward to speaking to you in the next video, and hope you have a great rest of your day. If you're not currently a community member, consider joining. Link in the description below, CryptoCache.tech. See you soon. Thank you.